Friday is here again. That means it's time for another episode of Happy Friday, America. We're bringing your weekend in right. We're trying to have some fun. As always, our thoughts, of course, go out to everybody affected by the wildfires out in California right now. Terrible stuff out there. I got friends that live in that area, so we're, of course, thinking about you guys. Evacuations are in place. Not a good situation. So hopefully we can goof off a little bit, get your mind off some things, and that's what we do here at Happy Friday, America. My name, of course, is Kevin Batstone. I am the MC on this episode. Looking forward to it. And I'm bringing in my man, Arthur, the Engaged Rawe.
It feels really good to make big commitments, and that's all I have to say about that. I've been smitten all week long, and of course, super excited for a Friday. What are we bringing it in with, Kev?
Well, we got January 10th in history here, Art. It looks like you got some bangers in here. What do we got?
Of course, I have to look. There's so much history, and I try to find the cool ones, kind of interesting ones. So 1863, can anyone guess what happened with railways in London? Well, if you guess the first underground railway was created, then you are correct. So 1863, the first underground railway, that's pretty impressive. Moving forward to 1912, we got the world's first flying boat's maiden flight. And that's in Glen Curtis in New York. So I had to search a picture of this thing.
Okay.
Like, what's a flying boat? And it's really just a plane that can land on the water. So it was kind of a smaller...
Like a seaplane.
Yeah, so it was I guess that's what they called it back then, was a flying boat. And it's like a two-seater. But that was the first...
It technically is a flying boat.
...plane that... It's a flying boat. It could take you on and off from the water.
It is
1912.
1912.
I was picturing something like really kind of different, but it looked just like a plane.
Not far after, of course, the actual airplane took flight. Just a couple years later, they figured out how to do air, land, and sea.
Yeah, so wait, a flying boat was before the Wright brothers?
No, the Wright brothers was before this.
When was the Wright brothers? I don't remember that date.
Wasn't it like 1909?
It was probably pretty close.
It was within a decade of this flying boat, as you're calling it.
Yeah, it was pretty close. So 1946, of course, World War II is coming to an end, but the United States Army bounces the first radar signals off the moon. I don't know what the purpose of that is or what they're doing with that, but the station, they did it out of a fort in Monmouth, New Jersey.
Okay.
1994, this one's a little grim, and it's like this, you can't trust people out there, is what I feel like about this. 1994, Ukraine says it will give up the world's third largest nuclear arsenal, which is a shame. We all know what happened in 2022 and what continues to happen in Ukraine, which is absolutely just a shame. And they used to be a nuclear protected nation and gave it up. So that's crazy.
That is.
And when I saw this one, I had to include it, especially for you, Kev. 1999, baby, on the almost 2K. The Sopranos, starring James Gandolfini as mobster Tony Soprano.
Well, you're really fucking this one up. James Gandolfini.
For
the Sopranos.
Look, HBO, Sopranos, come on. What are you going to say to this guy? I have a little tongue twist in my tie.
Hey, listen here. Take it easy.
That's today in history. Great segment, a lot of fun.
I love that you closed it with The Sopranos. My favorite show of all time, still to this day. A couple of them are challenged. Yellowstone's up there, but The Sopranos set the bar.
I'm like season 4.
You got to get through it.
I still haven't finished.
The shit gets wild as you get into season 5 and 6. So, great day in history, January 10th here. Of course, we are in the year of 2025. Still getting used to that. Trying not to write 24 down on things as we transition and continue into this year. So, looking back at last year, one of my favorite music venues in the world. I've only been to American music venues, but the number one most attended outdoor music venue last year, right up the street here in Morrison, Colorado, that is the Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Yeah.
One of the greatest venues. Art, you and I have seen Dierks Bentley there together. Been to countless shows at Red Rocks. It is a fantastic venue. And what's cool about, a lot of folks don't even realize, people exercise there throughout the day. Like when music's not happening, for folks that don't know what Red Rocks is, it's this massive, awesome place, probably about 30 minutes from downtown Denver, I would say.
It's not a far drive.
Beautiful scenery up there. A lot of, you really get that kind of foothill experience. You start to get into
all these
altitude.
Red Rocks, there's like all these very nice homes that have these very large red rocks near them.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's not a lot of places like it, and then you just have this amazing amphitheater carved into the side of a fucking mountain. I mean, it's fantastic. So I was really excited to see that. I mean, and people have traveled all over. Now, keep in mind, this is the most attended outdoor venue. It's not going to blow away places that can hold 80,000. Red Rocks, I think, holds maybe 7,500 at the most, and that's with standing room up top. But still pretty cool. Awesome place. If you've never been to Red Rocks, it's a bucket list venue for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a fun one to check out. I would be excited to go see another show there soon. I have a lot of great memories at that venue. It's overall sound quality is great, and then you really do get a different type of energy because if you think about it, you're usually in a man-made venue that's indoors. It's all man-made, but out here, like you're in a naturally, like they got trees, you got these big rocks, they're shining lights on them, and then you get a little snow or like a little light rainfall. It could turn into a magical moment. I've had so many great memories there. Got to check out Red Rocks if you're ever in Colorado. Even just during the daytime, go check out the venue.
Yeah, it's super cool. So
they do like yoga on the rocks and stuff too.
They do film on the rocks. You can go up there and watch a movie.
Oh, okay.
They'll put a film up. You can bring a friend, grab some popcorn or whatever the hell you want, and go watch movies up there. That's pretty cool. So the numbers are pretty simple. They held over 200 events last year. 198 of them were concerts, and 1.7 million ticket holders attended Red Rocks.
Wow.
That's crazy when you think about how I just said it holds about 7,500. That means that place is packed every single venue, every single time. Doesn't matter. And every artist dreams of playing Red Rocks. Mm-hmm. It is just so cool. So that's my lead article this week. What you got for us, Start? It's about coffee coming up.
Well, yeah, the beverage that I would like to have is coffee. And there's a study out here, and before I jump into this, we're not medical experts. We're just covering an article that we saw here, which I found interesting. So, coffee drinkers less at risk for head and neck cancers, new research suggests. So, these studies are examining caffeinated beverages, the potential effects of how they affect our biological systems, from kidneys to our moods. So, everyone's really interested in caffeinated beverages, and right now we're going to be looking at coffee. So University of Utah published a journal, and they were talking how it shows that cancer patients who were drinking about 4 cups of caffeinated coffee per day or more were at lower risk of developing head or neck cancers. So these are pretty bad if you happen to get like an oral or type of thyroid cancer or something like that. It's almost a 50% mortality rate. And
wow.
And that's over 750,000 patients in 2020 is where that number comes from. So there's 14 older studies as well of about 9,500 head and neck cancer patients, and almost 16,000 cancer-free people who... Well, okay, let me just break down these numbers. So if you're drinking more than 4 cups of caffeinated coffee a day, then it showed that you had a 17% lower chance of having head and neck cancer or somewhere cancer within that area, and 30% lower odds of having cancer overall in your oral cavity, and then 22% lower chance of throat cancer. So apparently there's benefits to drinking coffee and caffeinated beverages. I do believe that caffeine is one of the main things here.
I've been off caffeine for a long time, so this is interesting to me.
Yeah, so I'm going to kind of get into my own personal non-medical opinion on this.
Okay.
So if this is true and you want to start drinking coffee to potentially reduce your risk of cancer, then I would suggest drinking it black. Because if you are adding sweeteners and stuff like that, we all know that sugar and sweeteners, they're a leading cause of cancer. Same with alcohol when you're metabolical and then it
breaks down sugar, glucose.
It breaks down, yeah. So then that is a cancer causer as well.
And that's a tongue twister.
A little bit. I'm going to get through this episode just fine.
You're doing well.
I'm going to do good here.
He's doing good.
I promise I'm going to do good, Dad. No, but... I'm gonna drink I'm a regular coffee drinker. I typically like it black, so I'm just gonna keep that up. And one thing, if this isn't true, let's say none of this research is true, it's all fucking bullshit. If you believe that it is helping you, and you have a self-perception, then there are a lot of studies on the power of the mind, and if you believe something, then it's more likely to be true.
And the placebo.
Yeah, so go ahead and believe it to be true. Drink your black coffee and live healthy life.
I've heard arguments from people say that beer lowers cholesterol, but I don't think it actually does. In fact, it raises your triglycerides because it's so high in carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And some people believe that lowers cholesterol, or at least maintains it. So just piggybacking off your point of what you believe, here's the deal. I stopped drinking coffee probably about 4 years ago. Now, I'll still have it on occasion if I got an early morning flight. I don't like the way caffeine makes me feel.
Yeah.
It's been removed from me for so long that I'd have to do a slow reintroduction. So my comment to this would be, if you're someone like me that's going, man, I should probably drink 4 caffeinated beverages a day, ease into it. Don't just wake up tomorrow and drink 4. Maybe drink 1. And then
just you could
work
get,
your way up to it.
And I think this might be backwards, but I heard somewhere, I never confirmed this research, I just heard it, that light coffee, you have like light, medium, dark.
Right.
That the light is actually more caffeinated than the dark. And the dark is more of like, because they cook it longer, and so it pulls it out.
It pulls it out.
So maybe I'm all about the medium blend myself. I think that's where the money's at.
I like the medium when I do it. It's still kind of interesting, though, that really it comes down to the caffeine. It's not so much the coffee.
I believe so.
Because coffee beans come from different
but if
farms.
You're like getting your caffeine from like a Monster.
No, that's no good.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're getting all the sugar and all the other shit that's going to cancel that out.
And it's like a natural caffeine that's coming from a coffee bean, which grows from the planet.
Well, now, what about caffeinated tea, like a green tea?
So tea's good.
Was that in this study?
It was not in this study, but I will say that there's so many studies around green tea and like even black tea that I've covered on like probiotics and all this other stuff.
It's good for you.
Yeah, so just, drink your coffee black, have your tea without the sweetener, and just like start having those kind of beverages. Like Kevin and I don't drink as much as we used to, and actually I'll drink more tea now, I'll drink stuff like that, and it's really enjoyable.
Well, yeah, when I'm not doing the cold seltzers or whatever, I'll do some sleepy time with, it's got melatonin in it. It's got like vanilla, chamomile, and honey. Like just natural stuff. I think that's pretty good.
See, now honey as a sweetener, natural honey is a good thing.
Raw honey.
Unfiltered.
Your mom taught me that.
Yes.
You don't get the fake shit.
No,
because it's not even honey. It's like corn syrup.
It is
with like flavor.
It's gonna make your muscles go weak immediately.
Is that what it does?
Yeah, anything artificial on a kinesiological level makes us weak.
That's food for thought, America.
That's tea talk on HFA, baby. And right, you're bringing it in with the lox next.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
And not lox bagels, which I do love me some salmon cream cheese caper bagel.
Those are pretty tasty, actually. I love bagels. I like treats. I like all the things.
This is the random record, baby.
It's time for Kev's random record. So this week, of course, David Rush is in here. So don't hold your horses. I'm going to get to him at the end. He's doing
double record?
Double record week right here. Yeah, everyone knows David Rush is my man. But I found something epic because this is not only a cool record, but they're doing something great for people.
Okay.
So 2 Britons over there. My friends across the pond, I love the Brits, you know that. Great people, of course. We were talking about that before the program. Ruth Tripp, 38-year-old woman, donated a record amount of hair. Okay, 5 feet 7 inches of hair art.
Okay.
Donated it to the Little Princess Trust back in September of 2024. And fellow Briton Jack what's his name? Drever?
Mm-hmm.
Jack Drever, 37-year-old lad. He earned the male version of this record at 2 feet 11 inches.
That's
still a lot of hair.
Still lengthy locks.
I think Schweenk is probably somewhere in that vicinity around that 2 feet mark.
I would agree.
But in any case, they did it for charity. Mm-hmm. The hair that they donate goes to make wigs for kids and cancer patients and folks that are less fortunate with their hair up top. So pretty cool. Got to break a record, give back, help the community. That's a lot of hair art. Think about it. 5 feet of hair, almost 5'8". That's taller than most women.
It is, and I do really get behind this. So a while ago, I buzzed my hair. I did it all down to a 1. And I noticed, like, I take some, like, hormone blocking type of pills to make it so I don't have hair loss. Because once I started, I was always like, I'll own being bald, I'll be bald. But once I started losing it, I was insecure about it. I didn't want to own that yet. And so I've been doing stuff to get it back, and I feel
and it works.
More confident and comfortable now that my hair is not a number 1 buzz anymore. And so I couldn't even imagine if like I was literally like losing all of it. And it really does bring a level of confidence to somebody and put an authentic smile on their face when they feel comfortable with how they look. So I think that's an awesome cause. I wonder how long it took to grow out 5 feet 7 inches of hair. Like that had to have taken years. Yeah.
Years. Well, probably a decade. If I had to guess, doing like mental math on it, because you figure a hair follicle grows, I think I did the research on this one time, like 1.5 to 2 centimeters a day, depending on your hair follicle. Because there is contributing factors. There's fine hair, there's curly hair, right? There's different factors that go into it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and say it took 10 years to grow 5 feet 7 inches.
Yeah, I think that's too long.
Well,
I'm going to go 6.
You think 6 years?
6 years, and I'm also guaranteeing
To grow
that,
5 feet of hair?
yeah, 6 years, and she did awesome like hair care routine. Like this is top shelf mustard hair.
TSM hair?
Yeah.
Or maybe it wasn't, and it was just hair.
No, but no, I feel like she really took care of this.
It's possible. Did you ever see that guy that had the world's longest fingernails?
I don't like those records.
He carried around in a bag.
That is, you're like, we're humans and have these awesome tools.
I'm just asking
as
if you've
hands.
seen him.
Yeah, but you can't even use your hands
No, his hands.
with that.
Steve-O drank a beer off of it.
That's so
He
disgusting.
threw up.
That's gross. That's like garbage disposal gross.
It's pretty gross. All right, let's get back to this. Okay, so the record's great. Donations were fantastic, broke the record, and they're doing cool stuff. So we wanted to highlight that this week, or I did for my
Yes.
random record. Now, our man David Rush, so folks know we've covered David Rush a lot on Happy Friday America as my random record go-to guy because he's record breaker Rush.
He's awesome.
If you haven't had a chance, go back about, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago on Discussion Combustion Podcast. We interviewed David Rush. He's fantastic. So what did he do this time? His record got broke because anytime someone beats Rush's record, he puts everything on hold and goes, I got to go beat that one again.
Yeah, he's not messing around right now.
I saw it with the lemon juice a few weeks ago. So this one is the around the back basketball passes in under 1 minute. He has his buddy, the guy that we talked about in the program that comes and helps him. So the previous record they did was 62. It got upped to 65. And then now the new record to beat is 70 in 1 minute.
Nice.
So they upped it. And so now the stakes are raised. Think about that. That's, what is that? On average, one pass of a basketball back and forth per every 0.9 seconds-ish. Maybe 0.8 seconds.
My mathing section doesn't work right now.
Okay. We'll have to trust mine. And it's, I did okay in math in high school.
But I do feel like it took 6 years to grow out that hair.
No, we're going to check that later. And I'll get back to you, America, on that one. David Rush claiming his record again, on the move, still holds the most active congruent Guinness Book of World Record
Rush.
titles. The guy's a badass. That concludes my records of the week.
I like the random records, man.
They're fun.
That's a good segment. You know, we got to jump into the Would You Rather, but we got to do the last week's recap first.
Last week's recap. We asked the viewers last week, would you rather sing your favorite song in front of a sold-out arena, possibly Red Rocks, possibly Mile High Stadium, sold-out arena, packed. I think you and I both took that.
We did.
Or would you rather sing it in front of the artist, one-on-one, solo, intimate time, in their wherever, at their house, at a backyard get-together. You're one-on-one with this artist. You're singing it, okay?
I think America went solo.
America went 100% unanimously one-on-one with the artist.
Really? So we're the odd men out here.
We're the odd men out.
Even my
We wanna
girl,
perform.
my girl picked the solo.
We want to perform.
Yeah.
We're performers.
Hey, this is what we do.
That's what we do.
This is what we do,
America
man.
did not agree with us on this.
That's all right.
Go over to our Twitter X page at Happy Fry USA, take the poll, or just drop a comment down below on what you're going to take on this upcoming Would You Rather. And I don't like this Would You Rather coming up, Art. The amount of times I've said that.
No, that's good. That's a good thing.
All right, what do we got this week?
This week's Would You Rather. Okay, it's snowing in Colorado today. It's cold. Like, you might not live in a cold area, and this will be easier for you. But if you live in a place where there's 4 seasons in the year, you're going to have to think about this one. So, would you rather have to wear sandals for the rest of your life? That's all you can wear for footwear. Or would you rather... Or shorts. So you can only wear sandals or only wear shorts. You can put whatever you want up top. Are you going to wear sandals for the rest of your life, Kevin? Or are you only wearing shorts for the rest of your life?
You know me better than anybody. How many times have you seen me in either of these items?
It's like 6 times.
In how many years?
6 years.
No, you've known me for 16 years.
No, I'm joking. I just wanted to do the 6 years thing again.
No, not the 6-year thing again. I don't wear shorts. Everyone knows that. I am a jeans and cowboy boot guy. Okay? That's my style. I don't care if it's 100 degrees out. The only time you're going to catch me in shorts is at the pool. When I'm chilling at Arts, we're in the hot tub. Okay, I don't wear shorts. If I did, you'd have to wear sunglasses to look at them because they're so damn white.
Okay.
All right? That said, I also don't like sandals because I'm a boot guy.
Yeah.
So this is a really tough one, Art. I don't like it because I have to pick one.
You do.
And they both suck.
Okay.
They both suck. For me, someone's probably out there like, oh, easy shorts. I feel like everyone's going to pick shorts.
They're going to wear shorts for their...
Yes.
And have, like, different... Okay, well, what are you choosing?
I'm going to take the sandals.
You're going to wear sandals with pants.
Yep.
For the rest of your life.
Yep, and I'll have to get creative with rattlesnake skin. We'll make them redneck. Because I'm going to have to be able to play around with them a little bit. It'll still fit in the parameter
so
of a
you're
sandal.
out there, it's snowing, and you're wearing sandals.
Yeah, at least my legs are warm.
Okay.
You ever heard of Cody Lundeen? Heard of him?
Yeah.
He's barefoot all the time in the
He
snow.
is.
So I'd rather take my feet,
Really?
take the abuse to my
Okay.
pearly white legs.
Well, based on my reaction, it's probably pretty obvious.
And I don't like this one, just for the record.
It's probably pretty obvious.
You're taking the shorts.
I'm wearing shorts for the rest of my life. I'm a sneaker guy, kind of guy. I always like to have some fresh kicks. And I'm from Colorado. Like, we wear shorts in the winter all the time.
I mean, I'm from New England, and it's not much different with people up there.
It's probably worse in New England, honestly.
What do you mean?
Like it's probably colder longer, and
It
the
is.
winters stick on the ground longer, and I'm sure.
It is, but what happens in New England is it's a predictable, like you can look at a calendar and know what temp it's going to be.
Yeah.
And so as soon as we start coming out of that and it starts getting like into the high 30s, you'll see people wearing shorts.
Okay.
You'll see people getting their grills ready for a cookout.
Yeah, America's with me on this one. What do you think, America? Are you wearing sandals for the rest of your life, or are you going to be wearing shorts with me for the rest of your life?
America's going to take shorts. I already know. I'm calling it right now. Next week it's going to be unanimous, and I'm going to be the odd man out with my fucking flip-flops and my whatever.
No, Clint's wearing flip-flops too, bro.
Is he?
I guarantee you Clint's taking the flip-flops.
Well, sandals. Those are a little different.
It's a sandal. A flip-flop is a sandal.
It isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, a sandal like straps over your foot. A flip-flop is like where you got the thong thing through your damn toes.
No, that's a thong sandal.
That's not. It's a flip-flop. That's why it's called flip-flop.
No,
it makes the sound.
No,
It's an
you can have
onomatopoeia.
a flip-flop that just has the band across
It's
your
an
foot.
onomatopoeia. No, that's a sandal.
No, you could have the Velcro sandal. You can have the thong sandal.
It's a flip-flop.
Dude, there's so many different types of sandals. You're talking about rattlesnake sandals?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
Because a sandal is a certain type of footwear, whereas a flip-flop is a specific.
No.
It flips and flops when you walk on it.
Yeah.
That's why it's called that.
No, but the thong sandal does that, and so does the one with the Velcro, the strap
No,
one.
it's not a thong sandal. It's a flip-flop.
It's a thong sandal.
It just isn't.
I don't like thong sandals. Get them out of here.
I wore them for years when I went to the beach.
No, I'm a Velcro. Give me the strap.
I don't like it.
I'm all about the strap. I'm taking the shorts. What are you going to take, America?
All right, America, which way are you going on this? Art and I are
yeah.
disagreeing as usual.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving. So back to Colorado here where it's cold. And, of course, one of the ski capitals of the country. Here's my idiot of the week. I don't have their name.
Okay.
I didn't get a name in this article, but they are Kev's dumbass of the week. So police in Colorado responded to Keystone, which is a pretty popular ski resort up here, Art. A lot of folks like to go to Keystone and do skiing. A car was stranded in the middle of the ski slope, just left. A vehicle, like a rental car.
Okay.
Summit County Sheriff responded. They said, well, we've dealt with a lot of illegal parked calls before, but this is a first.
All right.
A little bit of research. They get the tow truck. They find the owner of this vehicle.
So the tow truck had to get up on a mountain.
Tow truck, you can
That was probably fun.
Yeah, you can chain it up. Those big
Yeah.
old F-350, those Fords can handle anything. You know that. And so so they get the car off there. They find the owner, and the owner goes, oh, I'm sorry. The GPS told us to take a turn there. And then they just leave the car in the middle of the slope
Why can't you just leave it and not tell anybody?
and blame the GPS.
And not tell anybody.
They're like, oh, it's okay because Google Maps said it was okay. So we're just going to leave it here. We'll grab our stuff.
They definitely don't return their shopping cart.
They don't return their shopping
No.
cart. You got to tighten up. No. You got to tighten up. I wish I had your names. I'd call you the dumbasses of the week.
They definitely made that.
They made it. I don't know if it was a male, female, young, old. Don't know. But all I know is that they abandoned their vehicle on a ski slope, Art, in the busy time here in Colorado. People are trying to ski.
No, that's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's sport.
Obstacle.
So if anyone is like, you just run away from your mistakes like that and don't handle your business, like, I'm so happy I'm not associated with you.
That's fair. And so that's my dumbass of the week. Let's keep moving, Art. You have something pretty funny here. I just like the title of this article alone.
The title is pretty great. So an Italian mayor, he makes a proclamation to make it illegal to get sick.
I love it.
Okay, so there is a reason behind this. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek way to bring some information to the situation. This is in Calabria, Italy, is where that's at. Don't you start laughing at me, Kev, just yet. I got a whole segment to do here, okay?
You're good.
So what's going on with this new proclamation is that they are saying that you can't get sick by law. I don't think there's actually any penalties or anything for this. So there's a reason for this, okay? More than 50% of the 1,200 residents are over the age of 65. So
Elderly population.
the majority of people, it's an older place. It's pretty rural. South Italy is much different than North Italy. The whole political climate, the infrastructure, everything is much different. And the infrastructure for the roads and, of course, the hospitals is pretty bad. So the nearest emergency hospital to this village is 30 miles away and is only accessible via road with an 18 mile per hour speed limit.
Wow.
So the new proclamation is saying for people to not get sick and also try to just stay home, do some relaxing, don't do activities that could physically injure yourself as well. There has been announcements like back in 2022, they talked about how like almost 500 doctors were going to be trying to go to this place over the next couple years to provide more support. But, you know, we're going to talk about it here a little bit. Hell of an article title, you know, making it illegal to get sick, which honestly, I think, what if that was a law? Like, what if it was illegal to actually get sick?
You can't enforce it.
Yeah.
Because you can't control a virus.
No.
You know,
but then what happens if you get sick? Then people aren't calling out sick no more. People aren't complaining about.
I like that
about being sick no more. They just handle their shit.
Yeah, maybe it would tighten people up so they stop being such fucking pussies.
Maybe it would tighten people up a little bit.
People get like a little sniffly, like I can't do it today.
Yeah,
tighten up, America.
Yeah, honestly, when I feel sick, like if you go for a nice walk, you got to get it out of your system.
Yeah, hawk it out, get outdoors. You got to test that immune system, too, because being isolated all the time is going to make it worse.
It will make it worse.
You know, go touch some shopping carts as you continue to return yours. Get a little extra hand time on there. Get those germs flowing through your body.
You know, maybe wipe your nose afterwards. Again, like I said earlier, we are not medical experts.
Far from it.
On this show.
Far from it.
For entertainment purposes only.
And these are the opinions of Arthur Rawe and Kevin Batstone.
Yes. And it's a fun show. So, hey, I hope they get the medical infrastructure and support that they need down there. This is not funny, Kev. Okay?
It is funny because of the headline.
But you better not get sick. You might get a ticket if you're down there in South Italy.
Fun article. Appreciate you sharing that with the viewers, Art. And now everybody's not going to go to South Italy because people are afraid of getting sick. So keeping it back here to Colorado, I went a little Colorado heavy this week. There was just a lot of
you're 75% on Colorado right now.
That's okay.
It is okay.
It's a part of America.
It's a Happy Friday.
This used to be called Happy Friday Denver.
It used to be Happy Friday Denver, and then you can see.
We went USA, baby.
We did. We took it, and honestly, we're worldwide. We know this.
It's worldwide. Worldwide, baby.
Let's keep it going.
Back here in Colorado, we have incredible animals called elk. I love to eat them. They're delicious. They're super cool. If you go up in the fall, you can see them up in Rocky Mountain National Park.
Incredible animals that you want to devour.
Yeah, I enjoy the beauty of the animal.
Uh-huh.
Just like I would a cow.
I mean, I'm carnivorous myself, but it was just funny how you said that. Oh, so gorgeous, majestic. I want to eat it.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I see cows and chickens and pigs. I like to appreciate the animal for what they're going to provide later.
I hate that. Maybe that makes it more delicious. Like you're eating it and you're like thinking about how awesome the animal is.
Yes.
Okay. I can see this now.
This is like Native American shit. Like the bond with the animal.
Okay, this is much deeper than. I'm happy I brought that up.
Yeah, this isn't no surface level shit.
Deep.
We're going all the way, baby.
Kev's to the core. I'm gonna call you Core Kev right now.
I like it. Core Kev here in Colorado. Elk on a shelf, baby. Here we go. So an elk got tangled up. Look, ice climbing, rock climbing, huge. This is huge territory for that. You see it going up through Golden. You see it up in the hills. People do a lot of rock climbing. And all their equipment, a lot of these assholes leave it behind. The carabiners, the ropes are hanging off. Well, these elk are trying to wander through there and do their business, right? They're out there wandering. And unfortunately, this one elk got completely entangled. If you scroll down and click the link below, you'll see a picture of these guys getting them out. And so, of course, the Colorado Wildlife Agency was dispatched to the scene. Very difficult. Anytime you approach an animal in crisis, you got to be careful because it is in fight or flight mode, right? Mm-hmm. It'll bite your arm off. I mean, it's going to defend itself because it thinks it's in serious danger.
You catch a kick from one of those things?
Oh, you're done. You're going down.
Yeah, you don't want that.
It's a powerful animal right here. So they tranquilized it properly. They got it to where it was a little bit sedated, and they were able to work it. They had put a ski mask over it so it wouldn't mess with his eyes, because they had to get in and cut some of this rope off of it. And finally, they were able to lower this elk safely down. Colorado Parks and Wildlife were able to do this. Of course, it took experienced ice climbers because they had to climb up to the animal to do this. So this wasn't a rookie operation. These guys had to deploy the best. And they got it done. They got him down. And then they said the reverse effects of the tranquilizer take about 12 minutes for the elk to wake up, be able to regain stability on its legs. And then it ran off into the forest and went about its merry way.
Oh, that's a happy story on a happy Friday. people live for that type of thing. And to accomplish something like that is a challenge and extremely rewarding. It's a risky situation, but you're going to make it happen. And when you can perform at that level of detail and safety and make an operation like that happen, it just feels good.
It does.
So whoever's out there really doing the right things for the right reasons, even if it's hard, I salute you.
That's it. That's what it's about, man. Doing the good things, helping out where you can, enjoying life as we know it. And it's time for another weekend. You ready for the weekend?
I'm so ready for the weekend.
I am too, man. It's been kind of a long week. We're only, 10 days into January here.
Dude, major momentum this year.
There's a lot going on in your personal life, mine.
Yes.
My other podcast. Great things are coming, guys.
Momentum. It's momentous.
Great things are coming. Discussion Combustion. Be sure to check out our work over there, of course. We do a lot of fun shows there. Mash the Gas podcast is returning here in about 4 weeks with incredible energy. We got NASCAR Sky joining the program. Really, really excited to dive into that with her and Jeff Davis in Dallas, Texas. But I got a few more weekends to enjoy before that happens, Art. So what do we got going on this weekend? The National Western Stock Show is in town starting this weekend through the end of the month. That's a lot of fun. Me and your dad went one year and we had a blast.
That is a good, fun time. You'd be surprised at all the knickknacks and different clothes, and you could go witness all these awesome animals.
Tchotchkes.
Yeah, it's Tchotchkeville for sure. Great time. So for this weekend, I'm going to challenge everybody and say, wake up early. Like, I'm talking, if just get up around like 6 or 7 a.m. I feel like that's pretty early on a weekend. Maybe that's average for most people. If that's too late for you, just wake up a little early when it's still dark and enjoy that dark early morning.
Jocko says if you're not up by 4:30, you wasted the day.
Really?
He's an early lad.
See, I don't get up. I'm not part of that 4:30 club.
I used to be when I did a different career. I had to be up that early, and you get used to that lifestyle, but I like sleeping in a little bit. So, like, for me, that's a good idea because I usually get up around 7:30, 8:30 on the weekends. So if I can back it up a little bit.
Yeah, just get up and give yourself a whole hour and a half more in the morning.
Yeah, as long as I get to bed in a good time.
Because it's crazy, man. You get up early, and I could see the 4:30 thing because you get up early, and then all of a sudden you've accomplished all this shit. It's 10 a.m.
Out before the enemy.
Like, you've already done all of this stuff, and it's 10 a.m.
And people are still laying in bed. So yeah, no, that's great advice there, Art. You could also clean your Traeger, weather permitting. I know we're going to get a little bit more snow here in Denver this weekend, but it's good to do about a quarterly clean on that sumbitch, especially if you use as much as I do. And it doesn't have to be a Traeger. Maybe you got a grill, something outdoors that you're still trying to use throughout the winter, unless you just put it in the shed and you're not bringing it out until the snow's gone. Clean that thing so when you go to use it next time, you don't have a fire danger and you're ready to cook immediately.
Hell yeah, I like that. And the Traeger time meals with cooking with Kebat, ooh, it's so good. So I'm going to recommend that when you get up early this weekend, do some calisthenics, do a quick walk, do a workout, do 30 minutes. If you really just want to commit to yourself, do an hour workout when you wake up early. It's going to change your whole day. I'm telling you, you wake up early, you do a physical activity, right fresh, then all of a sudden your whole day's momentum has changed.
I like it. And it gets the blood flowing. It gets, it's a healthy start to the day. Great advice there. And, of course, we know a lot of people are going to be watching football this weekend. Art, the NFL playoffs are here. My New England Patriots are not in, but the Denver Broncos are. So I will be rooting for the Broncos this weekend, mainly because they're playing the Buffalo Bills, which is the Patriots' pretty much number one rival. They've now taken the AFC East from us. So let's go Denver. I want to see an upset this weekend in Buffalo. I think that would be fantastic.
It would be cool if we could get another Super Bowl. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll be rooting for Denver for sure. And, of course, when you got your Sunday fun day, make a nice meal. Maybe have some company over. It's fun to bring, charcuterie and doing the things. But, whip up something tasty, something easy. Don't overthink it. Don't underthink it. Just full send it.
Just prep that baby, bake it, and enjoy.
And nothing like a good meal to cap off the weekend. Art, you're going to close us out. I'm out of here. Love you, America.
Absolutely. So much fun. Let's make it a great rest of our Friday. Check us out on all the social medias. Just search Happy Friday America. You'll find us on all of them. Send us an email at the happyfridayamerica@gmail.com. Why don't you? And what's that sound? Choo choo. It's the weekend train. Let's go.